this series between Rise and Luminosity.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for this one, man. This could very well be a grand final that we got going on right now, you know? These are two really good teams. They both have won an event this year, and they're duking it out here in the losers bracket, Dirk.
And that's one of the things we were kind of talking about. We got words like FaZe has been bumped out. They won an event this year. Now you're going to have Luminosity or Rise Nation. One of these guys is going to lose, and that's going to be another champion from one of these open events. But to kick things off, it's going to be London Docks Harpoon here. Nameless, first thoughts when you look at these teams on this map?
Actually, I think that LG might actually have the edge here on this map. I think that John, you know, he's really aggressive. He's really good with that submachine gun. And TJ hasn't been playing too well this weekend, you know. So I'm looking for John to step it up and have a really big game here. But as I say that, Rise actually have control of this hill here. They're doing a really good job in the statue.
Yep, off the initials, it was Rise Nation. You can see the rotation already coming in now for LG. You do have one player set up in towards the back. That is going to be slacked. So you almost have a little bit of a pinch working out here for Luminosity. It will be TJ left up in this 1-versus-1 to try to come on the top. But
so I'm looking for number 8. That's going to be Slasher. He's here pinching this coal area. He has to win a big gunfight. He does kill number 3. So now he's going to give his team a little bit of leeway here to hit this gate side and get these kills on rotation.
Here comes the pinch from the backside. You do have 5 and 6. It's going to be Gunless and TJ trying to break on through towards Useless. JCap still sitting over towards here, so it will be Rise Nation coming on top. But now you start to see John. He gets aggressive. He finds a kill. A little bit of back and forth action here, but a slow start for Luminosity. We'll see if they're able to pick it up.
And you could just see how Slasher's been a thorn in their side. You know, he's not picking up too many kills, but he has been on this coal side light area of the map this whole hill. Now, LG's been trying to funnel through that gate area. They even set a wide pinch around Cole, and he shut down both those pushes. So that was a really good play out of Slasher.
See if they look to continue this one. John, shots going down to the back, but he's going to be met there by the hands of Slasher. Force him back for a little bit, but the repeat does go John's way, but Rise Nation, they're sitting pretty with this one. Nobody from the side of LG has been able to get anywhere near this hill, but you see, it looks like they're going to go for that 15 seconds left of scrap. They will be slacked to pick that one up. We still have TJ contesting, but now you look at the minimap. The rotations are in for LG.
Yep, and Slacked actually spawns right there at the new hill with his teammates, so they're going to go for a little tight setup here. They're going to have to pick up these kills in rotation, otherwise they are going to spawn out. And look, number 1, that's Octane. He dies, spawns all the way out tunnel, but nobody in Rise set up here to break this hill just about yet, Dirk.
So we'll see how this one goes. And when you're kind of playing on this hill, like, what is like your main strategy? Which point do you need to go to if you're Rise Nation to break?
Basically, you want to secure one side of the map, so you either get that lower bar area side, and you just have your AR set up in the window of the hill. You know, if that AR is in that window, he has armor down, he's not getting naded, he's not getting stunned, and he can just mow them down and keep them consistently spawning in that back bus area. So, as you can see, Rise actually break in through. That was an impressive break.
You're getting a big performance for Gunless. You're getting the same one from Slash, where JCap breaks on in, finds one. That's going to be traded. Octane there is for the follow. Luminosity, they do take back control of the Docks Warehouse, but right now, if you're LG, they're fighting for just so much scrap time in this one. You need to try to see them get them these holds, and that's a big 1-versus-1 win.
Yeah, so John actually killing Looney there, secures the spawns for his teammates 1 and 3. That's going to be Octane and JCap spawn right there in the back, and now they're just going to have to trade out these kills over here at water. So on this hill, in order to win rotation, when you're spawning that back tunnel area, you need to fight them water heavily. If you let them get any kills right here, it can be trouble for the other team. Gunless gets a kill on John, Slash gets a kill on JCap. It's looking like Rise might break the spawn right here, Dirk.
Yep, there was a 1v1 gunfight towards the down low area as well, and that was going to be Octane winning that, but you do have Slasher getting the bit of Octane there. The bar shreds from that range, and that's going to be Rise Nation breaking on through once more.
Yeah, Gunless actually picks up the glide bomb there, and that was so impressive, being able to push through that water area. You know, you're fighting a bunch of unfavorable gunfights. LG actually gets 3 down right there and spawn out, so Rise is playing lights out right now, man.
You see Slasher putting that emphasis over here towards that red train, but as you said, the kills start going the way. This is when the break can start to unfold. You do have Looney in the backside, able to find a kill, sticks one, and now there's the pinch coming in as well. But Gunless, this man cannot be stopped. Glide bomb is going to be earned there as well, trying to make that final stand. But Rise Nation has been them since the very beginning, and they're continuing this train ride going forward.
All right, so now LG's they've gotten broken on a few rotations now. So I'm looking for them to actually set up, get their kills on rotation, and ensure some time on this Docks hill. It can be a little bit of trouble because nades coming in, you get naded off the hill really easy, but that's a clean wipe right there, okay? Now I expect LG to capitalize on this. They're going to need to come back in this game.
Yep, it's all going to be up to Octane. One player is flooding straight on through. It's TJ trying to close down that line sight, and Octane wins that one, but that's going to be the immediate trade coming in there from Looney. You do have JCap over towards the middle map. He's going to fall, but they're still going to have the spawns. They can keep on flooding forward. This is what you want to see from Luminosity. They're finally starting to show some life over here towards Crane.
Yeah, but it's looking like Rise is going to break this. In order to stop this pressure, you need to get a guy through that mid-map area, and he needs to stay alive. You saw JCap was sitting at that statue trying to slow them down in that water street. He ends up falling, and it's looking like Rise is going to be able to get them off the hill. So yeah, it's white right now. They're not going to be able to hop in, and this is good for Rise, you know? you don't have the spawns, you keep the hill contested, or you keep them from getting time, and you just move on to the next hill that you've been good at.
This is one of the things, too, is that Luminosity, I feel like they've been rotating early, they've been getting these setups, but Rise Nation has just been able to win the gunfights. So, I mean, realistically, yes, you can rotate early, you don't get that hold. What's the point in that sense? I mean, that's going to be one of the biggest things, and that's been one of the big difference makers here in this one. But as LG, they push on through once more, they get the final 5, and now we'll begin our second set of rotations. Back to Statue is where we'll go. You see Slasher teeing off over here towards Fire, gets caught mid-sprint, though, is going to fall.
So we're looking for number 2. He actually spawns adjacent to number 8. If he gets this kill, this can spell trouble for Rise. Looking for Slack to make play. Big kill on the water steps there, but Rise, again, in the kill feed, just 3 kills. Every time you think LG's are going to break, Rise just picks up those kills around the hill. It's been all hill kills for them this game.
Yeah, we talked about TJ maybe having a little bit more of a slow tournament for what we have seen from him in the early stages of World War II. Picking up here, though, 21 kills to his name. Been that guy that's been pushing out those cuts. But I really think that, and kind of touch upon this as well, just the AR presence for what we're seeing just from Gunless. We've seen him pick up a bar here and there, but Slasher, we saw the impact that he was able to make at the beginning of the game.
I think it's just a really well-rounded effort from Rise. You know, on this middle hill, you typically don't see a team get about 40 points. They might actually go for a full 60 on this middle hill, and it's been Slasher. We've seen him every time he's been in that front fire area picking up kills, and anytime LG gets close, the hill players are picking up those kills. So we'll see how LG can do on this next hill. They need to set up, and they need a really good hold, Dirk.
Yeah, this has been the weekend of the bar as well. You've been seeing this one a lot more when it comes down to these close quarters maps. And what do you think that is? Is there maybe just a 3-shot kill range?
So I think with this new meta, how you get the extra attachment, and you also get another attachment if you're running infantry, so 4 or 3 with armored, you're seeing a lot more bars, because typically people use the bar when they can use extended mags and when they can use long barrel. And now that you can get that extra attachment, you're going to see a lot more bars on the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely paying dividends, and
wow,
you're seeing it right there from Gunless.
Another glide bomb.
Too. 6 kill streak there for Gunless as well, and look at the kill feed, all red.
And once again, LG sets up early. Rise breaks right in. And they're actually closer to the hill right now, but Gunless is getting all the time. He's about to earn that fighter pilot, which is a deadly streak. Actually gets taken out by Slack there, so.
Something that's made a little bit of an impact too with that fighter pilot moving on forward. It's a lot harder to get that, but I mean, you've still been able to see some players when it comes down to juggling hill, and that's the thing with the score streaks. You need more of those. You're seeing more hill juggling going back, and you haven't really seen that since way back in like Black Ops 2 when it comes down to that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good tactic to get streaks here. Now, LG is rotating over their setup over here at this lower docks, and I just don't know if LG can do it, man. Rise is playing so good. They're winning all their gunfights, and where was this Rise all weekend, you know? They're playing so good now. Maybe they just need a championship Sunday. Little action going on for them, but they actually take them all out at docks now, so it's going to be a clean 3-on-3 fight here for docks control.
You have to think, too, like you're playing with a chip on your shoulder. Everyone has these expectations saying, you're grabbing Slasher. We're predicting you guys to just kind of steamroll your way through this event. It's not how it went. They're down and losers, so now they have to try to prove a whole new set of people wrong. Nobody expected them to be in this position. They're playing with that chip on their shoulder. Rise Nation, they've surpassed 200 points for quite some time now. Hill currently being contested. If you're LG, you take that and we see the stack. The trades are going to be coming through as soon as one player pushes.
So I was looking for number 8, and that's going to be Slasher to get that kill at Water Steps. He actually gets both kills. So he's sitting at Water Steps. There's 2 people in that barrel area. One peeks, Slasher takes him out. Guess what? Another one goes for the trade. Slasher takes him out. And look, hill control's going to go to Rise here. They actually can't win on this hill, so they're going to have to fight through this water to get control of bar, Dirk.
Yep. So you see the stack now starting to form over here for the side of Rise Nation. They're being patient. They're waiting to get these trades in.
So as you can tell, Rise is actually running 2 bars. I don't think I've ever seen that on a map on this map. So that's something new, a little bit new strategy coming out of Rise here.
It's like weird too, because I think on the initials you more maybe see that 2 AR stack, but then once as the game starts to go on, you kind of ditch it. But if it's working, stick with it. I mean, obviously with Slasher and Gunless with those bars in hands, it's a pretty deadly duo. But now the kills are starting to form here on the back of Rise Nation. Just now, 10 seconds away from taking map number 1 in convincing fashion against Luminosity. Octane, the last player in the back. I think this is going to be it. He has no choice but to go in for the contest. Hill currently not going to be capped by anyone, but here comes the flood through the front for LG.
Yep, and that was a big game out of Slasher and Gunless here, you know, pulling out those double bars. It kind of shut them down. They weren't really able to maneuver around the map, get any kills, and anytime you thought LG was going to set up and hold it down, they peeked and they got picked by one of those ARs.
I mean, it's like you said, we really haven't seen that, I think, from any team in Hardpoint throughout the entirety of World War II. It's always just been kind of maybe at the beginning stages when the FG meta was sort of around. That's where you saw a little bit more AR stack over towards this, but it's just been 1 AR, 3 submachine guns. But with that bar, we talk about it, and it's something to keep like reiterating as well. It's just that 3-shot kill. That's what makes that so deadly. It's a little bit more slower shooting, but if you're able to connect on those shots, you're going to get those kills.
Yeah, you know, LG actually just got dominated. I don't have anything else to say about that map. You know, Rise actually lost that map to Envy in their last series, about 250 to 190. So I think they made that change and pulled out 2 ARs, and it really helped them a lot. So Man, what a game.
And that's one of the things, too, is that LG, they played that fundamentally. How many times do we kind of call out and just sit there and say, hey, they're rotating early, they're getting set up? Then you have Gunless, you have Slasher, you have TJ. Those three guys are really kind of the ones taking that starlight from the side of Rise Nation here in this one. So we'll see the box score here.
And what did I touch on during that game? How well they played Statue. You don't see a team go for 40, 50 points on the Statue Hill. 84-1.
That
wow.
is probably one of the more bigger margins for a hill that's usually a little bit back and forth, and not so much when it's being contested, but just getting those kills and the hill not being capped by anyone.
Another thing I noticed about Rise is they try to keep people out of that crane. You know, in 12 seconds and 18 for LG. You know, they just try to keep it white or contested. They don't really want anybody to get time on that hill because you do get naded so easily. So I actually like that strategy out of them. They just use those ARs, they held water, nobody can get it.
Yeah, the 2.0 KD for Gunless there in that one as well, 33 kills. And to go along with that, 71 seconds inside of the hill, then you had Octane 27, 1.12. But 100-point club, that is where Luminosity is going to be checking into after that first hard point. It's definitely shaky. I mean, if you're Rise Nation, you're kind of sitting there like, okay, like, we got our swagger back now. I mean, LG is a team that they don't think they've been able to drop a map throughout the entirety of the losers bracket. I think coming into this one, that's 12-0. So now they're going to be sitting at 12-1. That's great for Rise Nation. Now into the Search and Destroy. Obviously, we'll look at the maps and just here in a little bit. But who are you going to be favoring? Do you want to see the maps before you try to make that pick? Or
I don't really think I can favor either of these teams. You know, it's Championship Sunday. Both these teams have made a run and won an event. So I actually have no idea who's going to win. But I just want to be a good game. Let's go round 11, Dirk.
Oh, yeah, that's what we always want. It's like, name us the content. Now, as a player, you don't want to go to that round 11, and you just hear the producers say, excuse you. So it's going to be Ardem Force Search and Destroy.
Okay, so now that I see the map, I'm going to give a little bit of a slight edge to LG. You know, having them been a team for the last few events, and I've seen them 6-0 Optic on this map last night, win this map numerous times. It was like a 5-minute map. So I'm going to give a slight edge to LG, but like I said, Rise made that adjustment from that London Docks hardpoint to that one right there, and they dominated. Maybe they made adjustments throughout their Search and Destroy this weekend. Yeah. Come back firing. So.
We did like the CWL After Dark type stream, last minute put together thing of me and Miles, and that was amazing, the quickest Search and Destroy I think I've ever seen in my entire life. But here we go to kick off map number 2, Ardem Force Search and Destroy. You can already see Rise Nation getting aggressive over here towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, so maybe Rise watched that match last night. You know, there are a lot of people watching that, and maybe they picked up on a little bit of the strategies that LG do on this map. And Slasher actually gets an early first blood, so looking at Rise in a 2v3 situation here. Looney does have the bomb. They're going to have to make a play from this Ruins area. JCap peek in middle.
As you see, Gunless holding his power position up towards the top. They are down in that man count, so you do have Gunless and Looney trying to find out the 3 players from LG.
So Gunless actually does a really good job there. He gets in this top Ruins, which is a power spot. He backs the guy he backs Octane down holding Dome, and now he's going to give himself bomb site control. So if Gunless can, you know, get a pick here, Looney can get this bomb down, and this can be a round one for Rise, and that's the pick they needed right there. I'm looking for them to play a little bit slow. They got about 35 seconds to work with and just lock down this B bomb site area.
Here we go, 2 versus 2. You see JCap is right going to be into you, trying to take the shots on towards Rap. It's going to be Gunless making it pay, holding the angle. Slack finds one and peeks again. Slack Josiah goes big there, and that's going to secure the first round for LG.
I would have liked to see Looney back off a little bit, take his time. He had about 20 seconds to work with right there. Gunless goes big from that top area. You know, he gets 2 kills. It just wasn't enough. Big one out of Slack.
So we'll see. Now it will be Luminosity on the attack. See, Slack is going to have Mountain. That's going to secure him that smoke there as well, as the bomb looks to be going over here towards B and a 2-stack to mid.
So this is something we saw last night, the 2-2 split out of LG, where they smoke out that tank and they rush straight through mid-U. Rise actually doesn't pick up on it. John gets the first blood. Slasher there to trade. And this is what LG wants right now. You know, they want chaos. They want to push this bomb site. They want to trade out, and it works perfectly. 2v1 situation. Last guy spotted mid-map, and they take him out. What a flawlessly executed round out of LG. Man, that was a good round.
That's exactly what we saw against Optic. Yep. Those quick rounds where they're just able to get those kills in just quick succession. And
the thing is, there's no real counter for that.
Yeah.
You know? You just got to trade out. You got to win your gunfights there. So it's a good strategy.
It's like one of those things, too. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Somebody maybe smokes off mid to get that crossover towards you. Sometimes players push through that smoke. Sometimes they just trying to go for the cross. And that's where you almost have to be lucky when it comes down to hitting your shots. Just pray that you're tagging somebody up through the smoke, and you can kind of follow that sight line of where they're going to be running to. But LG off to a hot start here in the Search and Destroy. They currently lead 2-0. We'll see what Rise Nation does back in the offensive end.
So LG might actually blind counter Rise right here. Rise is going to opt to go for a 4 push towards B. LG actually sends 3 people. They get that Ruins control. And if LG can win some engagements here, John gets taken out. TJ with the 2-piece. Unbelievable kills out of TJ right there.
Did an excellent job as the sub, hugging that tight corner of the wall, and just like that, it's going to be JCap left up 1 versus 3. He's going to be able to win that first one. Immediately traded, though, so that's going to be Rise Nation with that first round here in Arden Force. Search and Destroy Slasher will be in your Bronze Star. Just such a scrappy Search and Destroy scene for these teams.
And you see Rise right there. You know, they said, LG, you're going to push us? We're going to push you right back, and we're going to do it better. TJ runs right into that mid-U area, got Redemption on John, got a two-piece, open up that round for Rise.
And what's it like in Search and Destroy when you're playing a team that's maybe being as aggressive like Rise Nation Luminosity? What's the true way to counter that? Is it kind of just butting heads with them, or are you just trying to play a little bit more passive?
On this map, you almost have to push right back to them, because if they do trade out and they get that early bomb site control, that top ruins can be such a power spot. There's not really much you can do here. So you're going to see Rise sends 3 to B. They know that LG loves this middle map. Are they going to be able to stop John, though, is the question. And they are. TJ's he's been countering John here. You know, he's going into that U area. He's winning his gunfights on him. It's making the round so tough for LG.
1 versus 3 now for Octane. Gets a shot down, so he knows there's going to be one player over towards A. And that bomb is going to be down in a very awkward spot. You do have Slasher over here towards the top ruins, watching down towards middle. As you can see, they haven't completely pinned down. You have the player over towards Fire. They know that he's going to be stunned there as well. So now it's just going to be more. They're holding those tacticals they're using, and Gunless goes with the peak, and Gunless goes with the win there as well in that engagement.
Yeah, that would have been impossible. If Octane would have pulled that off, I would have been mind blown. But yeah, as you can see, you know, TJ gets to that U area once again. He knows LG likes the middle map push, and he just stops them right away. So quick adjustments out of Rise. That's impressive. Let's see if they can keep it going forward. I'm looking for one of these teams to slow the game down, you know.
It's weird too, and I feel like just more with the new update, a lot of people are just holding their tacticals more. I mean, there was 2 stuns that got thrown there, and typically that's something you see at the very beginning of the round. But when you know if you get the read on a guy like Octane, you look at his player module, you know he's going to be running that infantry. That's where it can work out. So now Rise Nation 2 rounds in a row for them. It looks like we're going to see our first A here to the game here, Nameless.
That was an interesting strat out of LG. They actually do a 2-1-1 split. I usually don't see that on this map. Number 8, that's going to be Slacked. He gets all the way through mid-map. He's on a flank. He's going to flank Bunker. He might be able to make a play here for his team.
Trying to make the play of the game. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. You have John, STG in hand. Slasher, though, he's going to be peeking right over here and Slack with the PPSH. How do you try to go about this one? Do you try to just close down the angle as much as possible and stay alive?
And this is where you would like to have those tacticals. You know, you like to have those nades. I guess John's just going to challenge him head on and wins it with a sub. A round that you thought was almost surely Rise. LG now have the advantage.
Wow.
And they win. Unreal.
It's like Slack was like the bait there, too. And we talked about anytime somebody flanking with that PPSH, you have to play your life. You know every single time in that setup, somebody's going to be watching, but you saw as soon as Slack peaked, John just went with this ego challenge.
So what actually happened right there was Slasher was on that wall, and he was holding the entire flank, you know, the whole bunker side. He gets eyes on Slack, and whoever was supposed to be watching Slasher's cabin alley actually gave it up for a split second. John hits that little window of time and kills him this side right off the head glitch. So tough. That's a tough round, man. They should have surely won that one.
See, Rise Nation throwing that one away. See LG now on the attack. They do have the lead once more. See how this one goes.
Mid-map push. Blind counter right away. Rise sent 3 people straight through mid. First blood on John. Now, it's been a story of this map. Whenever Rise has been able to stop John, they've won the round. And you can see LG just kind of all frozen.
We'll see if Octane can get that one. So he's going to get the call and Slasher over here towards the back. There's going to be a player playing tight. That is going to be Slack with that bomb. And he's pushing it to Dome. He's going to be able to open things up there with the kill on Looney. Slasher gets that immediate trade. Slasher, TJ together, side by side here towards back Dome. It's now a 2 versus 2. 50 seconds on the clock to work with. I wonder if JCap saw TJ slip by. I don't believe that he did. So now you start to see the arrows of Rise Nation. They're rotating back, but that's going to be JCap taking out Slasher.
So I would like to see Gunless not peek that middle area there. You know, LG's been favoring mid, so he actually peeks out. He gets picked by JCap in a 3v2 scenario, which you never want to happen. You know, when you have a man advantage, you want to just kind of stay down and let the other team make the play. Gunless actually gets picked, and that gives LG an opportunity to capitalize on it, which they do. And shaky shots out of TJ there. It's a tough gunfight, gets taken out.
Do you maybe think for TJ, don't take the shot there and maybe just try to at least advance your positioning a little bit?
I mean, it's so tough to get this guy off this top ruins. I think he thought he could just get him off real quick. Actually misses a few shots there and ends up losing the round.
It was weird because like you're trying to look at where the player's looking and you don't know if maybe he peeked up in that bottom left side of Octane's vision. So that's like one of the kind of the gambles that you have to take there as well. But it was a smart play to try to flank. That's going to give Luminosity that 2-round cushion again. We'll see if Rise Nation can open things up here. We'll see what the initial plan of attack is. It looks like mid is going to be favored here from Rise as one player is going back Bell.
Yeah, and LG is going to go with a 3-man push towards B to try to stop them over here. You're going to see some quick engagements go down. John gets a kill. Octane follows it up with a grenade. And LG, man, they're shutting him down.
Similar strategies from both sides. A lot of players going over towards you, but it was going to be Octane holding the lethal this time. That picked up that kill. So Slasher, 1 versus 2, slacked an Octane. Going to be able to spot one, gets the shots in, but again, you're taking such a hard fight with Octane being up here towards top ruins.
And one thing you'll notice from LG on this map is whenever they have man advantage, they play very safe. You saw Slack back all the way up from that U. He gave up that bomb in the middle of U. Backs all the way up to Bell here, and he's just trying to stay alive. You know, something that that Rise has not been doing well this map, and that's why LG's winning.
See, continuing to try to go for this challenge with 40 seconds on the clock. Definitely just a tad bit time to work with. But you just need to make sure you don't overstep your boundaries over here towards middle with Octane in this position. But now with Slasher on a 2-kill streak here as well, not making that good of progress over towards the streaks. But still, he's trying to close on this line. He might be able to catch Octane off guard, but he should be able to snap on him pretty quick as soon as he peeks. But now he has the bomb, gets the kill there as well. 1 versus 1, Slacked versus Slasher.
He can do this.
15
he has
seconds.
enough time. He has enough time. I'm just not sure if he's going to think that the player is sitting behind him. Bell Slack actually peeks out, sees him. He gets away with his life. Is he going to go for the kill? Did Slack see him? Oh, man.
Tough.
What a clutch that would have been with like 10 seconds left. It's a tough situation, though. He had to burn about 30 seconds wrapping around that map to fire alley. Goes through middle, makes the correct play, hugs his corner. He gets Octane off the top. Just doesn't anticipate the player being Bell.
I mean, that's still like a tough challenge to even take too. I mean, you're trying to prioritize, okay, I need to get this bomb. That's going to be the first way to go about it. But the fact that he was able to just kind of shred Octane off that one, very impressive fight coming in there. But now that is going to be map point for Luminosity to try to tie up this best of 5 series at 1 apiece. Round number 8, here we go. It's going to be an A hit coming in here for LG.
Yeah, and we actually haven't seen an all-out A push out of LG, so this is actually a good strategy to close out the game. There's only one player at A, and it looks like they're going to be blind countering Rise here in this round. Gunless actually gets the first blood, 3v3 situation, but Cabin Control is actually going to go towards LG.
WC Slasher trying to get the cross. He's going to find a kill there as well. Looney's going to follow that one up. John now left last alone. Wallbangs come in. Looney finishes him off. So Rise Nation trying to get these rounds, trying to force that round 11, but one round at a time.
Yeah, that could have been a scary round there for Rise. Gunless he soloed the A bomb site. He actually gets that first blood and buys a little bit of time for his teammates to wrap back over. So if Gunless doesn't get that kill, it's over for them right there. So that was a big play out of Gunless right there, just getting that first kill and buying a little bit of time.
So we'll see now. They still have 2 rounds to go before forcing that round 11. As now they will transition over here towards offense, but just LG's had such a hard counter for everything when they're on the defensive end.
Yeah, they've been playing really good. You know, they've been stacking that B bomb site a lot. So we're actually going to see another 2-1-1 split, which I actually like the strategy if they play it quickly. If they get into this mid-U area, it could be a lot of trouble for Rise. It's looking like number 8. That's going to be Slack. He's on a quick flank here. Nobody has their back turned. TJ gets taken out. Slack just needs to stay alive right here. Put some shots into Gunless.
So what he needs to do, kills are going to follow there, but now it will be Gunless left up in a 1 versus 3. LG seems to always try to force the opponents into that 1 versus 3. That's going to be that. And you saw
Fearless.
They completely made them pay. It's when somebody goes over towards B, they had them completely pinned down there. Nobody even thought about contesting middle, and that first kill was huge. LG, they're going to tie this one up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and that was just an impressive play out of Slack. You know, he sprint straight through that middle map, no fear, nothing to lose. Flanks right through Bell, gets that first blood on TJ, and just distracts them, you know, until they can pick up those kills from Dome. And man, that was an impressive round. Good strategy out of LG. I like the way they played that map. A lot of mid-map dominance.
Yeah,
looking good.
And that was like one of the things that we just kind of recapped on every single time is that when Rise Nation was on offense, LG, they always had an answer, whether it was just maybe 3 stacking over towards you, saving those lethal, saving those tacticals. So many different situations where they came out on top there, but now we have ourselves a little bit of a series here. It's going to be tied up at 1 apiece, and the CTF is going to be that decider to see who's going to end up going up here. But that is going to be coming up after this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CWL Seattle Open. If you guys are just tuning in, we have LG taking on Rise Nation series, currently tied up at 1 apiece. It's going to be Flat Tower capture the flag to see who is going to take the lead here in this best of 5. Dirk, Nameless, bringing you guys the action here for the rest of the series. And, well, since the very beginning of the series, well, we're doing a good job. We're doing fantastic, my brother.
Yeah, this is fun, man. I'm having a really good time here. I'm interested to see if one of these teams pulls out a bar on this map. You know, typically you'll see 4 subs, maybe 1 AR off the rip, and they're Octane with the STG. 2 STGs. So this is usually what you'll see off a break-off class here. You'll see one go mid, one go right side through this ammo area. So early control. LG's looking for some early control. Gets taken out by Gunless. TJ with the 2-piece.
John's able to answer back there just for a time being. And they've been able to cut it down to just Octane down here towards the lower comms room. Octane just trying to play his life, but you see the position that Gunless has found himself in, and Slasher being a thorn in the side of LG over here towards that middle map. You see JCap now has put that STG away, has brought out the PPSH.
Yeah, and what was that we saw at the league? Like a 25, 30-minute CTF here between LG and Unilad. So LG likes to go the distance on this map.
Yeah.
So it can be a back-and-forth map here. Flag actually gets pulled by Slack. LG might be out with this if JCap can get a few kills here.
Yep, it's going to be TJ trying to attack, but Looney comes from right behind, gets the nice sight line, is going to be able to cut down 2 players. Flag is going to be returned back there. As now you can start to see Rise Nation on the counterattack. It's going to be TJ leading the charge. And in this situation, do you just play your life if you're TJ?
Yeah, you know, if you're TJ, you can do one of 2 things. You know, you can sneak behind them, get a kill, or you can just let them get past and go for a pull. I would have liked to see TJ, since it's a bit early in this game, kind of sneak through there and maybe get a sneak pull after his teammates get some kills. But, you know, he opts to go for the kill, he gets taken out, and it's back to Rise getting map control here.
See what they do. See the stack going heavy towards that right side of your mini-map as now the arrow starts to progress onwards. It's going to be Gunless. Found himself an engagement. Nade is going to connect. That makes the kill just 10 times more easy as now they're flooding on back. Only 1 player left up for the defense. JCap down. 4 players dead for LG.
They're out with that one. And then I like what Rise just did right there. They send 3 people through that middle map. You know, they send 2 out left, 1 out right. They say, challenge me, okay? They get all those kills. They get the flag out, and then it's going straight home.
Yep, that's going to be our first cap at the game. Rise Nation getting that one in, and that's going to be Gunless doing the honors. 3 kill streak for Slasher. He's going to be shut down as now you start to see that middle map presence that LG is focusing on. You do have a 2-stack over here towards a pallet, and that's just John trying to be the bait. JCap going on forward, but the kills, they're still going in favor of Rise Nation over here towards, well, finally TJ's going to be shut down, but look at player 6.
Yeah, player 6 was actually trying to get to their flag. Looney, being such a smart veteran player that he is, actually turns around, catches JCap in his back, and Rise, they're just fighting out of their base here. It's a lot of trades going down, looking to Rise to regain map control, and Slasher actually pulls out that bar that I was just talking about.
You see the relentless pressure as well being applied there by LG and Slasher. Now he's going to be in a position where he can start to tee off over here towards the comms. Did he spot John? John definitely spotted him. The shots go down, both trading equally, and it's going to be Octane coming around there with the flank in towards mid, and he's put out the bar here as well in this one. Still 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in this first round of Capture the Flag, and it's just with Rise Nation with a small lead.
Yeah, and Rise is doing a really good job of pacing themselves. You know, they're getting to the middle map. They're not challenging gunfights that are not favorable to them. You know, they're taking their time. Gunless checking all his corners, actually takes out Slack laying down there behind that barrel. And I like this. You know, they're getting this mid area control. They're not giving LG free kills. You know, Gunless staying alive in here, just buying time for his teammates to get set up. He's doing a good job.
Now you see positioning from the Rise Nation players. They have something cooking over towards this lower side. They see LG. They're going to be on the hunt. Slasher is going to find that first kill. Immediately peeks, gets the read there on John.
And look at the patience out of Slasher right there. Like I said, the pacing that Rise is playing with on this map right now is very impressive. You know, Slasher just stays down there below that ladder, gets that first kill, and anticipates the guy coming out of ammo. What a play out of Alston.
Yep. You see JCap's always going to find 2, so that's going to stop the push for the time being. Now TJ over here towards the minigun is going to find that first kill. Gunless is going to follow that one. JCap does get the trade, but TJ still being a nuisance over here, but you can see Slacked. He's on the hunt for him, but the player just spawned right behind TJ, so now he's going to be pinned in. And
the reason that player actually spawned there was because TJ needed to get to that back spawn right away. You know, you see him come from that lower green area. He just kind of hovers around the flag. If he would have actually sprinted to the back of their spawn, they would have spawned down ammo, and TJ might have been able to get a flag pull there.
So see how they're going to be able to bounce back from here. Slasher just needs to try to play a little defense, but Chris shots coming from both the bars there, and Octane was able to find that kill over there on the heady.
And this is one of the first pushes we're going to see out of LG here. I'm curious to see what they do with this push. You know, they're all pushed up on the map. Octane being that guard mid-map, just holding it down while they push each outskirt. JCap actually gets through the back here on the left. They have a pinch. Number 8, that's going to be Slack. He's coming up behind them. He needs to pick up this kill on number 3 right now.
You see, just playing his life in towards the corner. 45 seconds. Luminosity can still try to get the pull, but he might just be fighting for the extra time. John finds 2. Slack needs to know he needs to take out Looney here, but Looney wins the 1 versus 1 on the flag. Slasher over here still being a thorn in the side. 2 dead for LG, but John comes from the behind with that trade. 30 seconds left here to try to force that extra time.
And what awareness out of Rise to pick up on both of those pinches. You know, they kill JCap over there on that ring side, and they turn around. Looney has the patience to stay there. He waits the entire time. Slack walks out right in front of him, kills him, cleans out their whole base.
Getting a slow game from Slack here as well. Currently sitting at 4-11 for the side of LG. Octane has a chance to try to get the touch, but the submachine gun from that closer range is going to win that one 9 times out of 10. But you still have TJ. He's trying to force that one. He's not going to do it to win the gunfight. The flag's off, is going to be returned. We will head into the second half of CTF with Rise Nation leading 1-0.
And other than that very early pull that Slack got out towards ammo, I don't think LG got the flag more than a meter from the flag post. Rise is so good in their base at clutching up.
And that's just tough, too. I mean, you see right there, that's the pull that you were talking about. They weren't able to, I think, get the flag even past that 50-yard mark on the map. So, I mean, that's the closest that they got it there. But Looney, nobody checking that backside. When you're down in the man count, you have to try to make mid-map a priority, especially when players are spawning up. But that's where you kind of have to get that read. Okay, there's potentially going to be somebody behind us. They weren't able to get that. So, LG, they need to bounce back in a big way here in the second round. We'll see what they're going to be able to do here off the bat. And Gunless is going to start things off with the team kill on TJ.
Yeah, so maybe we see LG capitalize on it, but they're playing a little bit slow over there in that middle and ammo side of the map. You know, John's trying to push up here, he gets taken out. And it's just been such good pacing. Every time we go to a Rise member's screen, it's an LG player sprinting into their pre-aim. You know, one flag lead isn't too much of a lead, but if you're LG, you can slow it down and you can get that 4 dead before you make a push. And what a 2-piece out of Teach, by the way.
Shouldn't have won that one, and goes in there with that 1 versus 1, is going to be able to take him out. Luminosity continues. So we always talk about the second wave of kills. That's what you need for Rise, but down here on this side of the map, Slacked is going to get caught with his back turn. Gunless is going to be able to find that kill, so now complete map control in favor of Rise Nation.
And once again, you know, Tej opens it up with those 3 kills, but he gets into the middle building, and he waits the entire time until his teammates can get pushed up and help him push. So he actually just shaves an entire minute off of this side, which is nothing but good for Rise.
It'd be nice to start to see a pinch come in here, too. It's going to be Slack from the middle map. Finds Gunless there as well. John trying to make the progress over towards a big gun. He's going to be shut down. So a little bit of a stalemate from what we're seeing right now in terms of the positioning of these players. But Rise Nation, they're forced to play that defense in from their comms. And Slack trying to be sneaky over here towards mid. Does Luna get the read? No, he's not going to be able to. Slack does find that kill. But now they're working out a little bit of a pinch here from the left and that right side.
And what you've noticed on the side of Rise Nation is they just have been not allowing LG to get much control of their middle building. You know, every time we've seen Rise make a play in LG's base, they've had middle building control and they've held it down. And you see number 4, he's going to be holding. This is a big win out of Octane. Octane actually is able to win it. We might be able to see a pull out here for LG.
Yep, they have the player right where they want it, but it's going to be Gunless finding the one. And when you have an AR spawn right there, they're just going to be able to pepper everybody up. Gunless is going to be able to find 2. John with the flag, he's completely pinned down. The nade comes in. Slasher finds the kill. The return is going to be following that one shortly. Nice defensive stand. And Gunless, the big reason why that was possible.
Yeah, you know, LG does what they need to do right there. They get a little bit of that middle building control that I was just speaking about, and they get a push to the flag. They just unfortunately do not kill Gunless. Gunless makes a big play, buys time for his team, and now he's spelling trouble in their base.
And you see Gunless.
He stays alive.
Somehow still being a nuisance over towards that side. But now here comes the fight for that middle map control. JCap finds 2. Slasher follows that one up with 1. But we talked about the AR positioning on this map, and Slasher's been one of those big reasons to why they have been able to attack the building, why they haven't been able to go through mid. But you still see TJ closes down the line of sight there on Octane as well.
And you know, there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this map. It's only a 1 flag lead, so if LG just capitalize on one mistake Rise makes, they can still win this game. You know, they've had a lot more map control in the last minute than I've seen them have in the whole entire map. So looking at LG to get a little bit more aggressive here on this side to capture the flag.
So we'll see, can the player from Rise Nation be the hero of Luminosity? Does slay out in that first wave. 2 players are going to end up dropping. Only 1 more left. Another player joins off the respawn. That is going to be Gunless. But now you can start to see here, you have the player flying out wide. That's a big 1 versus 1 in the back, and it will be Gunless coming out on top of that. Now you have John. You also have Slack working side by side. It's a 2 versus 3, though. Slack falls. John finds 1 on TJ. Gunless gonna go ahead and peek this one, but you see John in between a rock and a hard place. Now should be able to get taken out.
You see the patience out of Gunless there. You know, he's shimmying that corner. He's not challenging him right away, buying his teammates time, goes for the challenge at the perfect time when John's one shot, kills him, and now they're getting map control. That was an elite level play out of Gunless. His pacing has been on point this entire map, and Rise Nation looking to close out in the last minute and 30 seconds there. Wow, what a gunfight out of Gunless.
The counterattack is coming in for Rise Nation now. You have Looney pushed all the way forward. 3 kills do go in favor of the side of LG. You still have TJ over here towards the ammo room. As he backs out here towards the outskirts now. Nade's going to go out. trying to make that one connect. Slack's going to be able to avoid it. John's going to go in there to clean up the kill, and so back and forth. But now we approach 1 minute left in this final round. LG need to make the play, and it's starting to form here with John.
Yeah, this could be LG's final push right now. Looney actually gets a big two-piece. John answers right back with another two-piece. 1v2 situation here for John. He's got to take these guys out and get this flag out immediately if they want to win this game.
Yep, that's going to be the immediate trade there, though. Still 45 seconds. You can make this happen.
Get a close spawn.
It's going to be a close stack over here towards the left side. JCap now playing towards the lower side of Radio. What can he do? Kill goes in. That's going to be TJ drawing the first one in that engagement. Slack is going to be able to trade that one. JCap gets the kill on the flag. Now it's going to be pulled. Some light from Luminosity here in this one. They find the kill towards mid. They pick it up there towards the middle map. That is going to be a cap. No streaks for Rise Nation.
And Dirk, Rise weren't aware of that lower green spawn that LG just got. LG gets that spawn. They capitalize on it. They spin straight to Rise base. They close out those kills. JCap wins a clutch 1v1 situation. And LG answer right back and cap.
Oh my God, Octane finds that 1 versus 1. He's going to be completely weak though. Nobody in a position to force the extra time, but Nameless, we love to see it. It's going to be a stopwatch overtime to see who is going to come out on top here in this CTF.
And LG just loves going to overtime on Flag Tower, Dirk. They love this map, and they like doing it in 20-minute fashion.
I really hope we don't see a complete replay of this one. I hope somebody's able to at least come out with the win.
We'll have some fun.
It is only be fitting, right? LG's already done it in the past and say, hey, we'll do it here at Seattle.
And that was such an incredible map to watch, too. You know, just back and forth. That's how this map can be at times. You know, it's a lot of defensive stands in your base, and you really see, you know, how composed some of these players can be. You know, Gunna's making those composed plays in his base, just staying alive, buying time for his teammates. It's impressive to watch, and it's very entertaining.
So now we see here off the initials, Luminosity have been loving to go in that 2AR setup here off the rip. You see Octane has Gunless in his sight. Shots do go down. Looney there to follow. The nade is going to find that one. John finds a kill, though, and Looney's able to pick up Slack. So 2 dead for Luminosity here off the break. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 on the flag. JCap gets peeked out. Looney finds the kill. Flag is going to be out already for the side of Rise Nation. But look at the left side. You see Luminosity. They're completely OEing.
Yeah, and I thought Gunless was going to have a one-on-one against number 5 there, but he opts to go mid. Looney's actually going to be in the base. Slacked. Big kill. He has a chance to make a play here.
He knows he's going to have Looney weak. This is the 1 versus 1. He gets it. The flag in hand. They need to try to go for that re. But you see player 6, JCap, coming from the middle of the map. Gunless is going to be super weak, but here's the pinch forming. Back and forth action. Here we go. Slasher finds the kill. The return comes in. Both flags back to home in what looked like it was going to be a Rise Nation cap.
Yeah, Slack actually starts that off there by getting that kill. That was a very scary situation for LG. You know, that could have very well been a minute cap, maybe. So, get by that, by the skin of their teeth there, looking at Gunless to get some middle map control. He pulls out a bar, so switching it up a little bit. He's been running a submachine gun this entire map. I don't know if I agree with that. He has been playing really well. He's about 29 and 18, but hey, man, you're Gunless. You do whatever you want.
So we see kills being traded there. Now it's going to be Luminosity. 3 dead in their favor. Shots go down. Looney finds a kill. That's going to force John to go back. And now Slack, he says, I'm going to keep going over towards the flag. He needs to win some big fights here. Not going to be able to. Flag was pulled. Ooh. That should be quickly returned there. It is going to be JCap getting no one back to their home base.
I thought Looney was getting out of that situation. Wow, that was an impressive gunfight win there. We see Rise pushing up middle map here. LG going to try to fight from their base. JCap wins an impressive win against TJ. Slasher trying to be that line of defense. Just hold the map down here. Doing his job.
Been a big part too, like we said, just playing on either side. Flag pulled out again. I start to see Rise Nation, they're getting these touches, and for LG, that's where it just gets a little bit scary because you're allowing it to go forward. TJ now is going to be coming from this left side of the map. Nade's going to be out. JCap, though, going to have that advantage over here towards that wood stack. He's going to be completely weak. He should be cleaned up, and that is exactly what's going to happen. But now you start to see Rise Nation, in a sense, funneling just straight on forward 1 by 1. Yep. But you can't keep doing that. It's such easy defense for the side of LG. And again, Looney goes for that solo challenge. He's going to be taken out, but gunfights are still going down. They are 2 players dead for LG.
Yeah, and Flag Tower can be a grueling map, you know. It's so many engagements, and it's such a small map that when you get to their base, they spawn up really close to their pegs. So when you're challenging those gunfights over and over, you start to become impatient during the map, and that might be what we're seeing in this this pacing issue that's going on for Rise now. Whereas they were playing perfectly before, it's starting to fall apart a little bit.
Slasher going to do a smart play here, just decide to back up. There's going to be 1 player on the hunt, falling right behind. Slack's going to be able to clean up that kill. Gunless now finds himself an engagement. That is going to be won by him. But I mean, just the entire overtime, we saw in that first minute where Rise Nation made that progress, but ever since then, it seems like they've slowed down.
Yeah, you know, I think Luminosity is just actually playing better as this map is going on. You know, they're getting a lot more pushes to their base. They're starting to win a lot more of their gunfights. You know, John's actually having a pretty good game right now, so Luminosity's heating up a little bit. They have full map control at the moment. And as I say that, they just start getting taken out. You know, Slag trying to be this line of defense middle map. Gets a nice 2-piece. That's 3 down for Rise.
JCap now going to be the player to try to make the play over towards the flag, but here's a fight for middle map. Gunless wins that one with the PPSH in hand. JCap overextending. He's going to end up falling. And now, still, the fight for just that entire hold over here towards middle, towards the left side. That's what's going down. Rise Nation completely give up this right outskirts and Slacked again, trying to make the sneaky play for Luminosity.
Yeah, and that's what I like to see out of some of these teams. You know, I want to see a player kind of get through, let some players get by, rely on their teammates to get the kill, and maybe get a sneak pull out. But Rise, they're aware of it. They turn around, they take out Slack. That's going to be TJ. Awareness out of him. Good play.
See if they can. We're approaching that minute. So, I mean, either way, if somebody gets a cap, still going to be plenty of time to work with. TJ goes big in that 1 versus 2. Snaps on JCap to finish off that sequence. Now he has Slacked. He knows he's here. We can see through the X-ray. 1 versus 1. Gets caught mid-stun. But now the players are spawning directly up. TJ, he's going to be completely pinned in here. He falls with the flag. Looney next up. He pushes forward, finds 1. Just trying to get away with his life, though. 40 seconds left in this round. Flag's going to be all the way back. And LG, they said they're fine. But look at this. The flag's been pulled by John on the other side.
Yeah, and actually what happened right there was TJ bought enough time for his teammates to get a little bit of map control. And the return's coming in. So looks like we're going to a double OT.
Oh, golden goal. That is what it's going to be. Whoever gets that cap, if we do go into that second half. But then again, I'm not sure. This might trigger the extra time. And now the flag's just going to be put back there anyway. So that's how it looks like it's going to end here in towards the stopwatch. We will go into that second half, and as we said, that 1 cap, that is going to secure you that win. But you just saw, like we said, off the initials, that's such a big thing on Streaks Tower. It's going to get that control.
That is going to be crucial. I'm not sure if Rise is aware that JCap actually has streaks, so if he's able to use these correctly here going into this double OT, if they can get some early map control, he can use that glide bomb, get the flag out, home pickings for LG.
So with those streaks, you definitely favor them to try to come out on top in this golden goal. I don't think anybody from the side of Rise Nation has that one, but look at the slaying performance you're getting from Gunless here as well. 37 kills, and look at John, 37 for him as well. It's just been going toe-to-toe and evenly matched.
And 2 kills, 2 kills. I'm interested to see if JCap will use this glide bomb coming in here off the respawn. They have full map control. LG with an early push. 1 cap wins you the game. LG has full map control. I think we're going to see JCap calling this glide bomb. I would have liked to see him use it right there. I think that if they just held map control, Cap calls in that glide bomb, that's a pull out for LG.
Yeah, 3 teammates fall, leaving JCap here over towards a big gun. He's going to be able to find 1 kill. Next opponent, Slasher, the nice jump shot comes on through. So that's going to shut that one down, but you can already see Rise Nation extending their sight lines going on forward. And again, it's just been so back and forth. The defensive holds coming from either side has been so balanced. That is why nobody's able to make this progress. Still plenty of time to play with here, though. But, you know, TJ getting the read there. Finally, he's going to be able to stop the player getting sneaky and still back and forth over towards the middle map.
Yeah, so we're going to see TJ get a little bit of mid-map control here. He needs to take his time and get a kill here. He does just that, kill Slack. JCap still does have that glide bomb in the back pocket, though, so that could be trouble for Rise. Rise has full mid-map control. They're going to be pushing over through this ammo area. They're going to do a 2-1-1 split. I like this play out of Rise.
See how this one goes. First player getting into position is going to be the AR and Slasher. Here comes the glide bomb. They have to use it on defense. He's not even going to find the kill there either. What?
Wow. The glide bomb actually goes off the map. Doesn't really matter. They end up getting all the kills, but that actually is unfortunate for LG. If they use that glide bomb a little bit earlier in this map when they have that initial push, they might get a flag out. Game's over. So now they're forced to use it defensively. However, JCap does have the mortar bombs, calls them all over the base. Doesn't connect on anybody, though. This could be a pull-out for LG.
I'm wondering if you even got a hit marker in that one, too. But Slasher just hard aiming here towards the back. JCap now
One
attacking
guy left
from middle. John back here. 1 versus 1. Looney.
He's working on streaks.
Here they go. Looney shuts him down. He falls off the map there as well. Octane, the next player up over here towards Electric, finds himself in an engagement with Slasher. Does come out on top of that one. So now you can start to see the spread. Octane finds 2. JCap finds another. 1 left. That flag is going to be completely open here for Slack to try to get the pull. Looney's going to be able to stop the bleeding here for the time being. 1 versus 2. He gets that one. Octane finds another. And now it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Looney, 3 kills there to get the defensive hold for Rise Nation.
You know, if Looney doesn't get any of those kills, they get that flag out. It's over. Big plays out of Looney right there to stop that flag push, and he is 1 off streaks. Now, this can be huge for Rise if he gets these streaks.
8 for him.
Especially if he earns that pilot. And wow, he gets taken out. That is completely unfortunate. And John's actually going to get this flag out. This is going to be a cap, Dirk.
4 dead for Rise Nation. Luminosity, they're on the run.
So
John
promising.
has his Nikes on, and he's going across map. Slasher, he's going to be the first player to try to make something happen. But you look at the cutoffs. There is no way in hell Rise Nation can stop this one. 2 kills go their way. Luminosity, They find themselves up now 2-1 in the series.
What was that, 18 minutes we just watched? 18 minutes back and forth. John at the end there getting that flag out. Gets right back to their base, caps it. That's gotta feel good if you're Luminosity.
And that big kill coming in there from John too, where we sat there, like Looney's getting so close towards those streaks. Slasher went in as the bait. John got that 1 versus 2. Huge play by him to get that flag out. That's going to give LG the comfortable lead now, sitting at 2-1, and we'll transition back over to the hard point again, where that was still one. Last time we saw on that London Docks, it was a pretty close. I don't know why I was thinking in my head it's a close game. It was actually a complete blowout, and that went in favor of Rise Nation too. But it's going to be interesting to see how Luminosity bounce back, to say the least. Yeah,
you know, Luminosity, after that huge victory right there, you know, John running that flag back to their base after getting all those kills, they're feeling good, man. 18 minutes of a CTF, you know, after that, you're getting comfortable, you're heating up, you know, your shots on point, your communication's flowing. I think that they might have a chance here to close it out here on St. Marie.
And when you just look at the map like St. Marie, is there anybody you immediately look at and you say, okay, this team could have that clear-cut way of victory in this one?
I mean, all 8 of these players are amazing. I really don't think I could say there's one particular player I'm looking for to go off here. I'm just looking at, you know, a team to have a well-rounded performance. On that last map there, we saw LG have a very well-rounded performance out of each and every player. And whichever team can do that, I think they'll win this map.
I'm hoping for a Game 5. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
and
the thing is, if it does go to that Game 5, we know how good Luminosity can be on Valkyrie.
Yeah, and I feel like it's maybe one of the more teams that likes to play Valkyrie more often than others. I mean, they've kind of taken that one in. It's always good to have that map in your back pocket just in case you need to use it for a rainy day.
Yeah, and the last few events, you know, they've been lights on Valkyrie. I've actually seen them lose it about twice this event, so maybe teams picking up a little bit on what they do. They were the best team at that map previously to this, so interesting to see if Rise has done their research if we do go to that Game 5. But for now, we got St. Marie Dumont Hardpoint. This is going to be a good one.
I mean, it's such a great matchup when you just look at the pairings. Like you said, you have 8 of the best players in the world currently sitting here in this match. And you're looking at the ARs, looking at Slasher and Octane. Then you have 2 great flex players in JCat and Gunless as well. Then you see the decorated submachine gun members from both sides. It's just, I feel like this could be so balanced. And then again, I feel like it could be a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I would like to note is that I believe that this is Gunless's best map. You know, I've watched him play it a lot, and he goes off sometimes in this map. It's like 40 and 20. I've seen him drop in 8s. You know, he's always going off in this map. So he does like running that sub, and this map, it allows him to run it at all times. And he doesn't really need to worry about ARs. You know, there's a lot of small little short cuts in this map. And as a sub player, that can be really to your advantage.
This is where, like we said, the big thing too is, I mean, St. Marie Dumont is going to be one of these maps where you need to play the fundamentals a little bit more. The spawn system can be very punishing when it comes to this because there's a lot more of a bigger map. And that's where, honestly, if I look at this one, we looked at London Docks. LG rotated early, played hardpoint how you wanted, but they couldn't hold us up to save their damn life. It was just terrible.
Yeah, they weren't winning any of their gunfights, but I think after that, you know, 20-minute CTF that we just watched, they're going to be warmed up. So this is going to be a totally different map if LG's warmed up and they're playing correctly, because on that London Docks hardpoint, they were playing pretty smart. You know, they were setting up, they were holding down, you know, their rotations. They would just get taken out last minute, and it would be a quick break for Rise. So now that they're warmed up, I think that this can be a tough map for Rise.
We're heading over to St. Marie Dumont for map number 4 here in this one. Rise Nation, their backs are against the wall. They're trying to even up the series at 2 apiece to force that Game 5, but you have Luminosity. If they close it out here, they will advance forward into the series. And then we'll see a champion fall on the side of Rise Nation. So now we're going to kick things off here. You see off the break, Slacked flying out wide, possibly trying to go for a pinch here off the bat. As the shot's now going down over towards middle, but it's going to be Rise Nation getting the first touch in the hill.
Yeah, you don't usually see players take that long route that Slack just took. He's going to fight the guy at the flipped car there. If he wins that fight, that's a huge win. So that was an interesting break-off for Rise, or for LG. I actually like that play. Kills going towards Rise. And once again, like I said on that London Docks, what was going well for Rise? They were getting their kills in the hill. If you get your kills in the hill, that's all that matters.
You see Gunless too, opening things up there, had that bar in hand. So like you said, typically you see him run the submachine gun on this map. So we'll see if maybe he does go off the transition, if it could be off the break. But then again, we saw him run a bar the entire time on London Docks. So it would not surprise me for him to bring it out here as well.
Yeah, I think that may have just been his start-off class. You know, you like to send one guy through the middle to, you know, shoot through that wall, get some early picks, and one guy mid-street. Slasher here, and Gunless just locking it down with those ARs.
You can see Rise Nation, they spawned on this side, they've held this side as well. Octane going to be in position up towards top restaurant, but now you have to try to break if you're LG here. What's your plan of attack? Do you try to decide flood back ammo or try to go for arches?
Yeah, right there I would have liked to see Luminosity go around that right side radio area, maybe work for the spawns there. Now they're in a situation where they're down 40 points on that middle hill, and they don't have spawns. They're not even close to breaking the spawn yet, so kind of a similar situation we saw in that London Docks hardpoint. You know, Rise is just so good at that middle little scrappy hill where they get so much time, and then they also ensure the spawns for the next hill. John actually getting through the back there, gets a nice two-piece, answered right back. That's a break out of Luminosity. What a play out of John.
Nobody even turns to look for John after he just picked up all those kills there as well. So LG, they get a break going in towards this hill, and now you have Slack trying to push out the line for Luminosity.
Yeah, it's almost like not even worth it, though, because Rise is on this rotation here. Number 4 actually is going to be able to get into a gunfight here. He can cause some trouble for Rise. It's going to be Slack. Elects to slow play it. It ends up biting him in the butt. Rise has full control of this new hill here. And if you're Luminosity, do you fight for that 30 or do you just rotate? You know, I think that was maybe a mistake on their part, but they're going to need a break here.
And we see how aggressive, how far they are pushing up here. It's going to be Gunless going down with the fight towards middle. Slack, they trade some shots back and forth. But now TJ, he's going to be left in the 2 versus 1. He's going to be isolated. Now they're going to be spawning out towards back ammo. Slasher's forced to retreat back, and now here comes Luminosity. The charge is going through middle. They find Slasher. One player left up inside the hill. That's going to be Looney. He is completely weak, and he's going to be topped.
Yeah, and you know, Luminosity, they're going to get that 30 points, and they say, you know what? Screw it. We're going to break this next hill, too. They get through to the back barn spawn. They get to that back lot area, and they ensure they're most likely going to get this last 30 seconds. That was an impressive play out of Luminosity right there, getting those spawns. It's not easy to do, especially against a team like Rise Nation.
Yeah, they made sure to isolate the player over towards back barn. So Luminosity, they do take control, and they get some well-earned time off of here in the parking lot. But now you start to see the rotations forming over here towards a lookout post for LG and Rise.
Yeah, Luminosity actually are going to have the favorable side here. You know, getting Octane set up right here, this can be a lot of trouble for the other team. The hay side's a bit better because you can come in, you can throw those nades at that green right over the wall. You have 2 lines of cover, and it's just a little bit of easier gunfights. But Rise, man, they're just winning all their gunfights. They're pushing up, applying that pressure. Gunless here, pushed up, getting a few kills. And in order to get control of this hill for Luminosity, what they're going to need to do is take out Gunless, throw their nades together at the guy in the hill, and just trade out effectively.
We'll see how they do plan to attack this one. You do have Looney over towards the sandbags. Gunfights go down, but JCap open things up with 2. Meanwhile, the pinch was coming in from middle, and JCap continuing that terror. He's going to be on a 4-kill streak, starting to heat up at 16-9. TJ jumps in. The crossfire's there for LG. What great teamwork we are seeing.
And you could see why that side is favorable. You know, JCap gets pushed up to this green area. You know, there's one little cut that Rise has to push through. JCap pushing up, going on a 6 streak, getting to that area, and he's working on streaks. He's 1 off.
How big is that when you have a guy like JCap who never been known for his big slaying numbers, when he's able to put up numbers like this? 19 kills here already.
Yeah, you know, he's like spearheading this comeback for Luminosity. You know, they were trailing a little bit. JCap gets pushed up there. He's on a 7 streak. He's working on that fighter pilot, which can be huge for a map like this. He gets it from an assist, or from the hardpoint time, excuse me. And LG actually have control of this hill right now.
JCap's earned those streaks. That's all you needed him to do. Slasher, though, breaks on through. 2 kills do go his way. Make it 3 now. Slasher getting aggressive, pushing straight on 4. Finally going to be taken out there, though, by the hands of John. Top restaurant control in favor of Rise. Gunless peeks up, and they're getting these kills, but now the spawns have flipped. How quickly will Rise Nation get the read on this one, though?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Rise are too worried about that at the moment. They do have full control here, but something that we saw on the last time this hill came around was Luminosity actually forgot to rotate. There was about 30 seconds left. Luminosity invested too much into pushing this hill, and they didn't get the spawns for the next hill, but it's looking like Luminosity is going to try to set up here and ensure the next time.
So we'll see what they do.
Number 2, Octane spawns out. That's tough. You know, when you're set up like that, you want to all stay in the back, stay alive until the new hill can pop so you can ensure those spawns. Octane actually spawns out, which is going to cause JCap to call on that glide bomb. Doesn't connect with anybody. Rise is currently set up in the new hill. If they can get these kills, this can be trouble for Luminosity. And Octane right back in the back.
Sam LaRue with the pinch, going to be able to find the kills there as well. Next in line is going to be TJ, PPSH, and STG on his backside there as well. But now LG, they're pinning down these Rise Nation players over here towards Arches, but now you can start to see the spread that is forming for Rise. The arrows, they're flying out wide towards ammo, but Octane, again, going to be able to shut them down. Gunless now pushing in through Winery. Octane holding down his line of sights, doing what he does best.
So yeah, Gunless actually does a good job there. He gets into Winery, and when you're currently in that area, if you get any kills on the map right there, the other team spawns out. So Gunless just stays live in Wine, spawns Luminosity out, Rise gets the spawn. Control's going to go back to LG for the last 20 seconds, though. Just all-out gunfights going right up the middle of the map, winning their gunfights. Luminosity's heating up.
That's the great thing, too, is that now you have Octane, who has already rotated. So they have their early rotation. Mortar Strikes go in there just to be a little bit of a comfort thing. You know that that's where they're going to be rotating through, so they're able to find 1 kill. But now you have Slasher up here towards Shop Restaurant. John's going to get that trade. LG in prime position to get a solid hold off of here towards the parking lot. Slack takes out TJ over here towards middle, but look at player 7, Looney.
Yeah, and Jacob actually makes a really good play right there. You know, he dies on rotation, but he holds his kill cam, spawns up in the hill pop, spawns in the back, and picks up on the kill in the back. So heads up play to Jacob, the veteran right there, back-to-back world champion. Those are plays we like to see, Derek.
It's definitely new. Jacob, though, trying to challenge from mid. The 4-stack heavy for Rise Nation. They're pushing in. Their flood is coming. Octane is going to fall there. He drowns in a sense, and Slacked is going to be the next player taken out. A clean sweep from Rise Nation. They're pushing out their lines of sight. Slasher finds 2 by the radio tower, and Rise Nation looking to break 200 points here off this hill.
And just as you think Luminosity is going to be able to set up and hold down, Rise come right back full force and get control of the hill. These teams are just so good. It's a back-and-forth battle. The beat down there from Gunless, and Rise is working on getting that haze spawn again, which is the favorable side for this hill.
And this is where for JCap too, you still do have a fighter pilot to work with, no mortar strike, so it's going to be perfect to try to break here as well.
Yeah, and you see number 8 spawn there in the barn. I don't think Luminosity is going to be aware of that. He actually gets a kill on JCap. Interesting spawn there. And he gets taken out by number 2. That's going to be Octane, so LG are going to have the favorable side going in this field hill. They're actually set up really well right now.
Most definitely are. TJ looking to regroup with his teammates, but you do have John over here towards the flip car. He's going to end up falling. Kills are going their way, though. That's going to be 3. One more player in the backside. JCap's going to be able to hold off TJ just for the time being, but now they've allowed 3 Rise Nation players to get that positioning inside of the hill. More kills going their way, and that's thankful to Slasher. Slacker's going to be able to find one.
Slasher's having such a good game. You know, he's getting pushed up into these power positions with the bar. He's mowing them down, and he's been a big reason why Rise is able to mount this about 80-point lead that we have going on here.
We've seen some crazy comebacks on St. Marie Dumont, but it's going to be a tall order with just 30 points away from the side of Rise Nation from taking this one and forcing that game 5. See John, shots go down, wallbang comes in, is going to be able to find 1 kill there, and JCap's going to be able to clean that one up. Now they're set up perfectly here for the restaurant, but still, Rise Nation, there's 2 stacking everything. They're making sure the trades are there, but the players line up for JCap. He's going to be able to find that kill there as well, but now you start to see John, he's adding that extra pressure on for the side of LG. He's going to push on forward. He's finally going to be shut down, but look at the flank that's being worked out there by TJ.
Yeah, number 5, that's going to be TJ. He actually gets through radio here. He's just trying to, you know, take his time, get that kill, and he does just that. Kills John. Now the pinch is going to be coming in for Rise. Looking at Rise to get hill control here. And you see it once again. The guy in the hills just getting the kills. You know, Slack takes his time. He takes out Looney. Buys enough time for his teammates to spawn up. They take out TJ on the pinch. And LG can come right back on this hill right now.
They can. Octane positioned over here towards the middle. He's going to fall. And now for LG, it's a waiting game. You're trying to accumulate as many points as possible. Now you start to see what they didn't do in that first time, pushing through radio, but they're going to be met there by TJ. So still 1 player left up. Glide bomb called into play there by Slack.
This is a crucial part of this map right now. Looking at Slack to get the rest of his streaks, actually gets taken out, does connect with the glide bomb. Luminosity pushing up for these spawns here. If they can get some of these kills here, they might be able to take this game.
But you still see Slacked. He just spawned out there towards that lower left side of your mini-map. Here we go. Such a big map. 1 more push. Wow. Octane finds the kill there. He's going to be taken out. But here comes the flood through the front. Slacked. He knows he has Looney weak. And here comes the player to finish it off. He's going to be able to. Luminosity take control. But it's a back and forth affair over here towards the winery lot. John finds the kill. LG take control. But Rise Nation, they are spawning so close. It's just going to be complete push going forward. But these are big fights going down now for LG.
So Luminosity actually can't win off this hill here, but they do need to invest their efforts into it because Rise still can. So if LG can stop them for a little bit of time, you're going to see number 3. He's trusting his teammates. That's going to be John. He's trusting his teammates to ensure this time. He's rotating over. Rise can still win off this. I think Rise is going to get the tick.
They got in a right.
Number 1, JCap. JCap's got to get there. I think Rise is going to get the tick on this hill.
That's all they needed. They should be able to get it here. With the clock looking at the way it is, Rise Nation, are they going to be able to do it? Yes, they are. They got in at just 14 seconds. That's what they needed. We're going to a game 5, and would you have it any other way between LG and Rise Nation?
I thought Luminosity was going to be able to get it to that next hill. If they did, they would have won. They would have had a perfect setup. Unbelievable. They get the tick there at the very end, and that just proves how competitive these teams are. These are both championship caliber teams. I can't wait for this game 5.
And that's just like crazy too, because it wasn't that situation where, you know, Octane was trying to play his life. The player who died up there at first, you can't peek if you're Octane. You literally have to sit there, but when 3 players are just throwing nades at you and they're pushing forward to get these kills, it puts you into such a tough spot. And literally, if he would have held off for 1 more second, that rotation could have went through. And honestly, the comeback for LG was looking good because they had all 4 players for Rise Nation at the top side of the map. They had rotated early. But now, we're going to toss it to a commercial break. When we do return, Valkyrie, Search and Destroy between LG and Rise Nation. 1 championship. We'll have 1 champion will be eliminated. We'll be back after this quick break. and gentlemen, Game 5, Luminosity Gaming Rise Nation. The loser here will be eliminated from the CWL Seattle Open. That means a championhood. That's like we said, we have an interesting statistic. A team that has won already, FaZe, they're bumped out of the tournament. Now you also have Luminosity Rise Nation, so we'll see another champion from earlier in the year get bumped out here between one of these two sides. Valkyrie Search and Destroy, one of the newer Search and Destroy maps, and still probably I'd say one of the more least played Search and Destroy maps in the rotation as well.
And potentially whoever wins this map, we can see in finals. You know, these are two teams that can easily make a loser bracket run. Two teams that have done it before, and two teams that are very experienced on this map here. So this is going to be a competitive Valkyrie back and forth. Luminosity electing to go for this 4-man push towards B. You know, they like to play very aggressive, and there's actually only one guy focused on B here. I like this play to Luminosity. They're going to have to do it fast, though, Dirk.
You see this first smoke is going to go out. Nade is going to follow. Slasher still sitting over here towards the office, but now they have the back cube. JCap going to have the nice positioning. He's hard aiming here as well.
That was a very good smoke out of Luminosity. I like that play. JCap actually gets a little too overzealous, pushes through the back there, gets taken out by Slasher. Would have liked to see JCap play a little bit slower there. Luminosity working on a tight setup here, getting picked one by one. Just over-challenging, you know. In those situations, you kind of need to stay down, let the team come to you. You know, you have bomb down, they have to defuse. And just a retake coming right out of Rise there, man. What a play out of Rise. You know, Luminosity sort of gifting them a few kills there. I don't know if that's just the early map jitters, but Rise capitalized on that.
Yep, they had them completely pinned down. When you don't have anybody watching the flank, you allow that pinch to start to follow. As you can see, Rise Nation, they get that first round there on the board. Now the question is, how will LG bounce back here on the defensive end? But more importantly, what will Rise do on offense?
Yeah, I mean, you actually see Luminosity, their faces are kind of low there. They're kind of mad at themselves for letting that round get away from them. And Rise on offense, I typically see them go A. I think they favor that A bomb site. Slasher going to probably work this elbow here with that bar. Pretty effective spot you can play is towards this little elbow area with a bar, because when people peek those headies, you know, you can take them off really quick. And you see Slasher going straight to the heady on the left there, put some shots into JCap, backs him down. And Rise is doing their job, funneling straight through this elbow here towards the A bomb site.
Very, very aggressive, and now A is going to be completely wide open, so they go through alley and work their way in here towards a site, and TJ lands a nade right on top of Slacked. That is going to make him fall. Octane now, 1 versus 3, is going to be able to take out Slasher. That's big too, because he would have made some pretty good progress towards those streaks. So now it's where you have this opening. It's a 1 versus 2 situation now for Octane.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tall order for Octane. You know, they know exactly where he is. He has one of two spots he can go. You know, he can go straight through this yellow area here, or he can go school. So once Rise picks up on each cut here, it's going to be very hard for Octane to clutch this, especially with bomb down inside of B. A, excuse me.
So now you see trying to close on the angle with the STG, and this is where you have to favor the bar or the PPSH in this instance. Over here towards the ventilation room, Stun's going to go out. They do get the whereabouts of where he is. Gunless still peeking this one. Nade's going to follow, machine pistol out. Gunless wins the gunfight there. 2-0 here early for Rise Nation.
Perfectly played by Gunless. You know, he doesn't overpeak, doesn't get taken out there by Octane. Just kind of takes his time, waits for Octane to run right at him, and gets the kill. Kind of what I was talking about with that Luminosity round, what I would have liked to see them do. Gunless does it perfectly right there.
The vertical leap there of the character too. Wow.
Yeah.
They jump like 60 inches off the ground.
Yep.
So see here, Rise Nation, 2 rounds on the board for them, as now it's going to be Luminosity transitioning back onto offense, and which last time we saw them in that offensive round, maybe one that you say they threw away. They had the bomb down, but they allowed Rise Nation to get so much great positioning over towards the backside as well as the front. So we'll see how they answer back here. It does look like it's going to be an A hit. A little bit of a stalemate right now, but the gunfight's going down towards the back alley.
So I'm looking for number 8. That's going to be TJ. It's looking like he might work on a flank here, which that could spell trouble for Octane, number 1 being in school. Gunless with that first blood onto JCap. Answered right back by John and Slack.
So we'll see now 2 players up. Octane's going to make it just 1 player up now for Rise Nation. In towards the window in the God spot. Shaky shots go in, only connects on a few. So now they know where he's at. The bomb is going to be going down. That's going to be Slacked getting that one. 1 versus 1 here against Octane. He's going to drop Luminosity. First round on the board here in this Game 5.
Yeah, I like the play out of Rise there. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way. They do double stack B. Maybe in efforts to stop that 4-man B push that Luminosity went with in that first round. Luminosity ended up going A, so it did spell trouble for them. But looking to see if a team changes up in this map and starts playing a little bit more together, you know, like what we saw earlier in the game.
For you playing this map quite a bit too, I mean, there's still a lot of people in question, what the hell do you want to do on this one? Is it more of like A site heavy, B site heavy, or is there a split?
So, I mean, if you like to push together, you're going to have to like 4 or at least 3-man push B on offense. And a lot of teams, they'll favor the A bomb site just because, you know, you can beat them there if you go through that closet and throwing the nades in there and stuff like that. You can retake if you have good strategy. But we're seeing Slack. He's trying to work a flank here. Slasher has an aim down. He's not going to die in this spot. Slasher's too good with that bar. 2 kills going for Rise.
Yeah, but now you're left in a 2 versus 4. Bomb is now going to be going down onto the A side. JCap peeking around, is going to go straight in for the challenge. Shots go down to Looney. He's able to get away with his life too, but now he's left up. Challenges TJ, makes him pay. Rise Nation, 3 rounds to Luminosity's 1 there, and that was a picture-perfect round played for the side of Rise.
And I really like what Rise just did there. You know, Slasher gets into school. He's looking for those kills on the outside there. He does get information that they're pushing him from that B wood side. He calls them out. Rise says, hey, you know, if there's 2 people there, that means there's probably 1 person here. They rush right into that bomb site. They get that bomb down. JCap runs in, but there's just not enough he can do there with 3 people being near that A bomb.
So we'll see here in round number 5, 2-round cushion for Rise Nation. Octane going to be going over here towards school, probably to watch over towards mid as the bomb is making its way towards A. 1 player going out wide towards alley as well.
Yeah, so Rise actually switched up their strategy a bit here. Last time they elected to send 2 people towards B. It didn't actually work out, so we're going to see Looney. He's kind of playing in between there on that street, just getting a little bit of information. Backs off a little bit. We're seeing the nades coming from Slack. We're going to need some trading going on here for Luminosity if they want to get control of this bomb site. Big opening kill by John. Wins an unfavorable gunfight, and he's going to spell trouble for Rise. He's going to direct attention of Looney. Does see him, though. JCap taken out by TJ. Trades are going to go down very soon.
Tied of 3 apiece. TJ finds a kill. Slasher follows that one up with one of his own. Slacked. It's all up to you here in round number 5. Gets the first kill on TJ. They still know the whereabouts of Looney as well. We saw John spotted him earlier in this round. 35 seconds to work with. He does have the bombs. That's a positive you can't take away. The Slasher has to cross. Shots go down with the bar. It's going to be so hard to hit. Slasher goes big.
So I would have liked to see Luminosity play a little bit different. You know, John gets that first blood there on gunless, and instead of them going like in the opposite door, they try to commit through that elbow there. And what happens is TJ comes out of that closet, shoots JCap in the side, and it ends up going Rise's way. So if Luminosity would have actually utilized John's first blood and maybe hit from different doorways, they would have got control of that bomb site, and it could have been a well-executed round by LG, but John's first blood goes to waste. Now they're trailing 1-4 situation here in Game 5.
Ooh, this is where it gets scary if you're a Luminosity fan at home. It's now Rise Nation. They're transitioning back to the offensive end. Similar setup for what we saw in their last offensive round over here towards A. Looney will be leading the charge with that bomb in hand. You start to see the tacticals. They're going out, the nades as well. Towards his top side by B. TJ, hard aiming. Slack backs up, and I see John. A little bit of bait and switch action going down between both of these players. The nade is going to go out, and here comes the pinch. Slasher shooting for the window. Slack, though, he's going to draw the first blood here in towards this round. You see the shots coming from over from the side where Slasher is, but he's not able to clean anything up. 3 kills go way of Luminosity. Slasher up. Luminosity finally get their second round on the board.
And that is when Luminosity are at their best. You know, when John and Slack, they're playing together, bait and switch in that closet doorway and just working together, dodging those nades, playing smart, that's when they're at their best. Well executed round on Luminosity. That was a good defense.
You know, you just immediately saw over there from mid the shots constantly be reined in by Slasher, but that's just a good job by the side of LG, jiggle peeking everything, making sure their lives aren't going to be taken, and they're able to waste enough time until they got those 3 players dead. So now we'll see what the plan of attack is here. Do they go towards B? Nope. It's going to be picture perfect, same as that last round, but instead of sending somebody out wide towards alley, they've sent him straight up going through there, but it's going to be a 1 versus 2 in the backside.
So John,
they've already established into control.
John's on a quick flank here. John's on a quick flank. They have nobody watching the street this round. John might have just blind countered them. He's going to get behind them yellow, and there's 2 people at B. Are they going to be aware of this?
If you get this kill, do you maybe wrap the bomb to B?
Now John wants to get with another first blood. I'm curious to see if LG capitalize on it this round. And nope, TJ answers right back with a kill on Octane. John gets taken out. LG once again do not capitalize on that first blood. I would like to see one of them sit back in school, maybe trade out, but this is still a very winnable round. They have A bomb site control. They have a 2v2 situation. They spot TJ.
And over towards the car. JCap now laying down some shots. It's going to be so hard to hit this one with the cover that you get on that car. 2 versus 2 still. 35 seconds left. The car is getting close to blowing up there too. TJ, though, he's playing out wide. It's going to be slacked. Right here, 2 players stacking. Bait and switch going to be possible. He jumps right on through. TJ finds the opening kill there on JCap, and now it's slacked. In this situation, 20 seconds remaining. He's going to be gunned down. Rise Nation looking so damn good, and Valkyrie starts to destroy.
And once again, you know, Luminosity, they got to play for a win right there. You know, they were trying to play for the kill, and you're playing against such a good team in Rise. You can't be peeking them like that. You got to just try to commit to that bomb plant, get it down, and, you know, hold that doorway. And once again, you know, Luminosity hesitate. They wait, they wait, they wait, and what happens? You get picked.
So see here, series point for Rise Nation. One more round is going to do it, and LG will be eliminated from the CWL Seattle Open. We're kicking it off here in round number 8 with Rise Nation on the attack.
Same strat. It's looking like Rise is going to be doing the same sort of similar strategy here. You know, you have Slasher set up in the score area, Gunless and Looney working this side, and TJ trying to work for that first blood over towards the left side Silver.
The series on the line.
Slasher pushes through. He says, you know what, I'm not sitting in school anymore. I'm getting into action. Goes in, gets slacked, shoots him in the back, picks up another kill on John. Slasher wanted to get involved. He wanted to shut this one out.
Yep, they get the kill there too. The hopes of Luminosity here in Seattle, it lies on the shoulders of Octane. First shot goes down. Slasher wins the 1 versus 1. Luminosity sent home packing here. Rise